back to back. I mean, back to back. I can't really say it any other different way than back to back workshops right this moment in time. Really smashing them out. Yesterday we were in Harrogate, today we're in Doncaster, Monday we're in Birmingham. After that week we are in York, Leeds. My God. Be careful what you wish for. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's one heart, one shot, now the future is yours. Go!
Nobody wants to be sold to either on social media, okay? A customer of ours had an accident in his Mercedes car, virtually a new one. They sideswiped each other in the car. So they had the car fixed, Mercedes has resprayed it again. The paint was still chipping off in the offending area. And what happened was he was ringing through to human beings, customer service, saying, I need it sorted, please. No problem, sir, we'll get it sorted for you. 6 weeks later, still no respray. So I'm like, Will, tweet them. Tweet Mercedes, see what happens. So he sent a tweeting complaint, and 2 hours later, Mercedes said, DM us your mobile number, we'll have this sorted out for you, no problem. 2 hours later. Anybody else tweeted in anger in the room, just out of frustration? It gets dealt with, it gets delivered with straight away. Twitter's a powerful medium. 93% of all businesses say that social media is an effective marketing tool, and that's because it's free. We just need to know how to use it. Some people are their business. You look at them, you can easily identify who they are and what they do. Yeah, kind of shows you. Like last week we did, we delivered a workshop to a sold out audience. That was our own workshop. And trying to fill workshops in back to back, which is our lead converter, okay, it's going to be tough. So partnerships. Why not partner with somebody else that you can add service to? Why not leverage their audience, leverage their influence, which is exactly what we're doing at NatWest. And you know, I always say you don't get if you don't ask, okay? And I went to a workshop once upon a time, and it was a workshop from somebody else delivering a social media kind of masterclass, if you like, and I wasn't inspired by it. So I went straight up to the person, straight up to the relationships manager at that point of NatWest and saying, I can do that, can I have a go the next time you have one out? And she said, yeah. And the rest is history. We're now delivering workshops with NatWest, not like officially, but because they want to do business with us. The various relationship managers strategically outreach and engaging with them, maybe on social media, LinkedIn for sure, inviting them down to the nearest NatWest partnership gig that we've got. Works. Why not partner with somebody else that can offer you an audience and certainly offer you credibility, influence? Who is being more social? Who are we? We're getting some voice, we're getting some clout right this moment in time, but not the state or the likes anywhere near of what the NatWest are. They're major players. So by us partnering with them, offering our time, services, team for free, offering their clientele value for money, beautiful, perfect partnership. Don't be afraid to get into bed with somebody else. Not literally. question. There are people out there that are going to need it. So rather than entertain, you have to educate people. You are the authority in your field.
So I've been focusing on those three things, and the one is the entertainment, educating, inspire again.
So
But I want to try and push the boundary a little bit. Yeah.
there is something that is coined at the moment called edutainment, okay? A bit like Dragon's Den, it's about business. A bit like Newsnight, it's about politics, but it's an entertainment show. Do you know what I mean? It's like you are entertaining whomever you want to, but in their way. You know what I mean? I appreciate there are personalities in that field, but they might not want to see silly videos because of the perception that you might be. So we have to sort of look at our industries and try and decipher what entertainment means. You know what I mean? So I just think that if you guys were to look at your favorite Netflix show or your favorite TV show or whatever it might be and understand why you watched that, then reverse engineer why your audience might want to watch a video from you. Alpha 6 and D-Rock's in.
What are we doing?
Today we're in Birmingham for our first ever Birmingham workshop. We have a representative over there that we're going to support. He is employed specifically to nurture that area. It's Maffis, absolutely Maffis. The chamber itself has 3,700 members in it, so he's sort of tasked with schmoozing, networking, meeting people out there. This is his first gig, we're going to support him. There's 46, I think, people on the workshop now in Birmingham, so it's going to be a big one. You can be excited, can't wait. Be more social workshop in Birmingham, pissing it down. We have no idea where we're going. We're currently 10 minutes late. Which building are we going to?
The studio.
The studio. David.
Yeah.
David, where are we going?
Less than 50 yards.
The studio is in front of us here, look, I can see it.
There you go, that's
There
it
it
then.
is. Oh my goodness me. We've had to abandon Ben in the van with about 2 miles diesel, and he's now got to find his way here. Here we go. We're here, the studio. Hello. We're here to deliver a workshop. Be more social.
Be more social. Yep, so it's on the second floor in a room called Learn. So just 2 floors up.
Second floor.
Cool.
Okay, is there a lift?
Yes,
Thank you. Oh, the camera's very wet. I bet it looks really pretty through there, doesn't it? All obscure. Through there. Second floor. What up, G? The floppy paper.
rain dots on the thing.
Rain dots keep forming on the camera. Oh, look at this. The imagery has got to be as clear, as bright as possible with just a statement piece. And that statement piece maybe hopes is that kind of clickbaity-esque broadcast that stops people from moving their thumb up the timeline on newsfeed. Your status then goes into all the detail, okay? Because the status needs all that detail to feed the algorithm, and we'll get into that in a bit. Of our own analytics of all the websites that we've worked with in the past, 84% of the traffic they receive comes from the mobile phone. So your websites, if you're relying on them to convert, should be mobile optimized. I don't mean get repurposed just because you use a mobile phone. What I mean is they've got to load in 2.4 seconds or less. We, as I said before, use the leverage system to make sure that if we are going to the trouble of creating a podcast and nobody's going to listen to it, the right people are. Okay? If for every podcast I'm able to switch on or get a new fan from the audience that I've chose to interview, I'm happy. Don't look at the numbers and think, only 17 people have listened to my podcast this month. These are 17 people that you wouldn't have had the month before that because of the person that you've interviewed. Now, from a 30 to 40 minute long podcast, you are very easily able to extract maybe some tips, some quotes, some inspiration, some valuable snippets, and some more tips again from this one podcast. What you should be doing is you should be listening to it over again and then listening out for when your guest says something quite inspirational and turn it into a quote. Extract that 30-second part from that one particular audio and upload it as a video to your social broadcast.
Heavy eyes, but I'm light on my feet. With every move I meditate, dreaming wide awake for the times I can't sleep.
But that's what I would do if I was starting, and I wouldn't concentrate on SEO and PPC and all that kind of stuff, because social and Google are two completely different things. Yeah, that's what I would do.
Benjamin.
Running out of fuel because you probably asked what you
Remember why you're here in the first place?
to get you here on time.
To drive about. What are you complaining about driving about? To get tit on, all my paperwork everywhere. Paperwork, come here have a look at this. All Abby's work is down there. Paperwork on floor.
Keep your heart.
Not moving.
So, workshop 4 of 4, we did Harrogate, Doncaster, Birmingham, and today we're in York. Just to give you a little bit of a roundup of venues, things like that. We did the one in Doncaster. No, we did one in Sheffield, didn't we, last week, the last vlog, where we sort of crammed nearly 30 people in a room that was only big enough for 20. It was an absolute nightmare. No projector screen. Sorry, there's just somebody very weird outside. Oh no, it's Ben. He's a very strange fellow, this fellow. But this venue seems pretty good, very generous with his space. However, we did book for 40 people and we have 25 coming. Really looking forward to this. York is somewhere where we've never delivered a workshop before. We'll let you know how it goes later on.
Cheese, everybody. Cheese. There we go. So documenting what you're doing is just as important, to be honest with you, and equally as easy. Okay, so creating those pictures and those graphics, yeah, they're going to take your time. Creating these context posts for sure is going to take your time as well. But it took me seconds. It even took you just 2 or 3 seconds to get to the front and stand here.
Is that on? So we're just done our not final workshop. We got loads, in fact, before Christmas, but we've done 4 of 4, and I am absolutely knackered, to be honest with you. And it's Tuesday, but we wanted it like this. So again, great bunch in York, and it just shows you the difference of the audience or people that you speak to. Quite a quiet audience, to be fair, amongst some of the other people that we've had. But after the event, that's when the whole activity starts to happen. You have people come up to you, ask you questions. So it was quite an interesting thing. We got asked if we would deliver a workshop in Egypt.
Where?
Egypt. That's what I said. Egypt. And do you know what? The whole Be More Social attitude is like, why not? You know what I mean? If we've got travel, and we've got somewhere to sleep, put his head down, and a bit of grub while we get there, why not? Why not just grab it and say, do you know what? Let's get to Egypt. Let's deliver a workshop. Have a bit of sun as well. You know what I mean? And educate people. Expand the reach outside of the UK a little bit further. Come on.
Go and tell everybody talking stage better be in that convo.